India's indigenous Uttam ESA radar is all set to enter mass production soon. The Uttam radar has been developed by DRDO's Electronics and Radar Development Establishment and has so far successfully cleared its pre-production trials. It has undergone rigorous testing and has demonstrated its capability to operate in various modes associated with aerial combat and ground attack operations. This intensive testing has demonstrated the radar's ability to operate effectively in diverse operational scenarios. Though the initial batch of Tejas Mark 1A aircrafts is slated to be fitted with the Israeli ELM-2052 radar, the Uttam radar is expected to be the standard for all future batches. DRDO is also working on upscaled versions of the Uttam radar for India's Su-30 and Tejas Mark II fighters. The integration of the Uttam radar would significantly boost the capabilities of the IAF's fighters and would also facilitate the integration of indigenous weapon systems onto these aircrafts. The Indian Air Force is exploring the possibilities for integrating the Astra missile onto its fleet of Mirage 2000 fighters. The IAF's Mirage aircrafts are currently using the Mica as its primary beyond visual range air-to-air missile. This missile, though effective, finds itself at a disadvantage due to its limited range of 80 kilometers. Dassault Aviation has already ruled out the integration of the Meteor missile onto the Mirages, and the possibility of integrating the upcoming Mica NG missile remains unclear. Under these circumstances, integrating the 110-kilometer ranged Astra missile onto the Mirage fighters would substantially enhance its capabilities. The IAF is currently exploring all possibilities, and the final decision is expected to significantly impact the operational effectiveness of the Mirage 2000 fighters. The delivery of 118 Arjun MK1A tanks to the Indian Army is likely to be delayed considerably. The MTU-838 engines that power the Arjun tanks are no longer in production, and restarting the production of these engines is expected to take around 4 years. MTU is currently exploring the possibility of procuring used engines that can be overhauled and used temporarily. DRDO is currently working on an indigenous 1,500 horsepower Daytran engine, but it is expected to be at least 4 years away from entering mass production. Under such circumstances, the procurement of second-hand engines may provide a cost-effective solution. As a stopgap arrangement, the engine factory Avadi has also begun repairing older MTU-838 engines in its possession using localized spares from Indian companies. The delay in the procurement of the engines has once again highlighted the woes associated with India's dependence on foreign technology. Transitioning to indigenous engines would not only ensure India's independence, but would also resolve the maintenance issues associated with foreign equipment. India's plans to locally manufacture AK-203 rifles have encountered significant roadblocks. The high costs associated with the production, royalty fees, and technology transfer costs have collectively rendered the project financially infeasible. The Indian-made AK-203 rifle is expected to be 3 times costlier than its foreign counterparts. Setbacks associated with the mandatory requirement of indigenous content have hampered the project further. The AK-203 project was announced in 2021 and was aimed at indigenizing the AK-203 rifles. The original plan was to initially import 800,000 rifles from Russia, followed by the licensed production of the remaining 650,000 units in India. Currently, the future of the ambitious AK-203 project remains uncertain, and its success hinges upon the swift resolution of all the issues associated with the local manufacturing of these rifles. India's Ministry of Defence has signed a contract with Bharat Electronics Limited for the procurement of 11 Shakti electronic warfare systems for the Indian Navy. The indigenous Shakti electronic warfare system is capable of accurately intercepting electronic emissions and can effectively implement countermeasures even in dense electromagnetic environments. The integration of these systems on the Indian Navy's frontline warships is expected to significantly enhance their capabilities and would allow them to operate effectively even in hostile waters.